in today's episode, pre-racing the Bear 100. Perhaps
This is
our favorite 100 miler. Perhaps. At least in the U.S.
there's
It's
so much
right there.
There's so much that I love about this race.
Welcome back to the next aid station. I'm your host, Jake Kilgore, Mick Garrison, alongside. Ooh, yeah.
Give me some of that rock star,
Cheers,
bro.
matey. Big week. We are 10 days out from DC Peaks, and things are heating up on our end as RDs of DC Peaks. And this week, see my shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Got my Bear 100.
Represent.
Representing Bear. We got the Bear Tag. The first ever race of the Bear Tag will be in 10 days from now. How do you feel about that?
I love that, actually. I'm very excited.
The Bear Tag's awesome. I think we got some speedsters who signed up because of the Bear Tag. So, Cody, good job. It's having its effect.
Yep.
So, quick recap. Last week, I'm Tough 100, which we discussed being a big part of our trail running life and career, and part of the trial running book that I wrote. I'm Tough. We didn't do great on our picks, Mick.
No, we didn't. That was a hard one.
It was hard.
We nailed a couple of the men's. Hang on now. Whoa.
Whoa.
We did not nail a couple of the men. We nailed a couple of the men's picks.
Yes,
We did not nail any of the women, though.
No.
What an unfortunate event. God.
We only nailed the men.
Yeah. What are you going to do? When in Rome.
When your wife is in Rome. If you didn't know, my wife is actually in Rome right now.
I did not know that. I knew that she was going somewhere.
When my wife is in Rome,
Yep.
we will nail the men on the podium
Yep.
of I'm Tough. So, yeah, we totally missed Nate Jacqua. He had a great race.
Yeah.
24 and change, 24-ish, 24-12, I want to say something like that. And 24-16, actually. And he's a stud runner. We both picked him to... You picked him to win. I picked him to take second. Sean Burke had a rough day.
28 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He was down around 32nd, 27, 28 hours, something like that. However, my third place guy, David Ayala, won the I'm Tough.
Boom.
22 hours, 17 minutes.
Good job.
Cole Campbell second. And third, Mr. Benjamin Bruno.
Bruno, back at it.
So he's from McCall, and Zach Moss from McCall took fourth. So the McCall boys represent their backyard. You had Benjamin Bruno. I had David Ayala, so we nailed a couple guys is all.
Okay. Not our best.
But
We'll take it.
you
It was there. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna apologize for anything.
No.
Okay. On the women's side, Madison Lichty, which we recognized her last name as I've been seeing that last name a lot. For some reason this summer, there's a bunch of her or her family. I don't know if they're related, but they seem to be racing a lot in the ultra world.
Yeah, good for her. Congratulations.
Kyla Mayer and Meg Inokuma. There's your podium. We talked about the next three, so our fourth, fifth, and sixth runners. Laura Stamp, Heather Doherty, Callie Smith. We talked about them as contenders, as podiums, and they were just a little shy coming in at fourth, fifth, sixth. But that's our roundup of the I'm Tough from last week. Speaking of women, and us going 0 for 3 on the podium, I think there's another 0 for in the world of ultra running these days.
Oh?
And she has gone 0 for her career at this point now.
Uh-oh.
Camille Herron, have you heard?
I did, bro.
Can you explain to me what's going on? For the listeners, do you want to break that down in?
I don't know, a lot of the details. Apparently, she got busted for doing hundreds of edits on Wikipedia where she would prop up her own accolades, her own career, and she was diminishing other badass trail runners like Kilian Jornet, Courtney Dauwalter.
If you've ever heard of them.
Yeah, they're which there's so many. I have so many questions. I'm like, if you want to get caught doing stupid crap, those are the two people you would pick to go after.
Yeah,
You
Courtney and Killian. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you went in and changed other top trail runners and said like, because like for example, like because you can see what Wikipedia used to be, what it used to say, and then what her and her husband allegedly changed it to.
So my question is that available to the public, or Wikipedia had to do some like digging to figure out what was going on?
That's what I was wondering. I think Wikipedia did because it was flagged because there was like 200 or 300 edits. So what happened is that they had a different account. She had a different account. It was under like Tempo Run 73.
Yeah.
And that was flagged by Wikipedia. They actually they like shut that down, that account,
Okay.
because it was doing conflict of interest. It was promoting herself, and it's not meant to be a website to promote athletes.
Yeah, the article said making overly self-promotional edits.
Yeah, so they flag it. They shut that down immediately after this other account is created. I don't know. I can't remember.
Tempo Run 74.
That was
Probably not.
I think that was the first one.
No, that was Tempo Run 73. They got creative on this.
It's Run Bowie. Run to Bowie something.
It's Mick running 11.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's crazy.
Okay, so anyway, then the second one comes over. They start seeing all these edits, and so for example, it'd say like Courtney Dauwalter is widely regarded as one of the world's best female trail runners, right? She became in 2023 the first person to ever win Western States 100, and there's other things in there, but.
The first person ever to win Western States, Hard Rock, and UTMB in the same summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they go and delete all of that and say instead, Courtney Dauwalter is an American ultra runner and a former teacher.
That's it.
Great.
Could you imagine if that's all that it said about Courtney? Like, she's the greatest runner ever. In my opinion, female or male. I don't care. You have to specify female, but great. The greatest runner ever. And it just says she ran some ultras and she used to teach school.
Yeah. So
Next.
So Ultra Sign Up tracked these edits back to an email address.
And that account, Tempo Run 73.
And an IP address that belonged to her husband.
So at this point, if you're Camille Herron, I'll refer to as Camille Toe. So if you're the Camille Toe, you are hiding in a hole.
Well, her Instagram account is MIA.
Because you know who did that last week? Zach Bryan. Did you see what Zach Bryan did?
No.
Zach Bryan said, Eagles over Chiefs and Kanye over Taylor. And
that was
the Swifties went berserk.
They care that much?
Oh, yeah. They went all at his account, so he shut off his Twitter account. He tweeted, of course, when he had a few beers too many, as, who hasn't done that?
Just because they said Kanye over
Taylor Swift. Kanye over Taylor. And the Swifties went crazy, dude.
They really why? Who cares?
So Zach just hid in a hole, shut down his Twitter account, and just dove into a pit.
You can't you can't like Kanye West more, or else.
Nope. 2 billion Swifties are coming for your neck.
We demand that you like her too.
Yes. You must be a fan of Taylor Swift, or we will hate all over your Twitter. Well, it's not even called Twitter.
X.
Yeah, you're on
So-
your X. So if you're
Here's
Camille Herron, aka Camille Toe, you just did this.
but why? It's not going to make me think you're better than Courtney Dauwalter.
You know what's funny is I got kids in junior high and high school and now college. You can't use Wikipedia as like a reference source when you write papers because people can just go in
Sure.
there and edit and do whatever. It's not like a real source
Isn't
as
that
far
like
as
AI?
education goes. Yeah. So you can go in there and just make these edits and make whatever new, history the way you want it, or at least attempt to. But for what? I'm with you. What? You know what you did.
Well, it makes me. My initial reaction is when I heard this, I'm like, I don't believe you. Whoever wrote this story,
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't believe anything the media says. So then I'm like, why? Because why would she do that? Who cares? Are you gaining money from it? You've done it hundreds of times, allegedly. For what? Is it like a coaching thing? Like she's a great trail runner.
She's done phenomenal things in the sport.
So you're already good enough to get all the coaching jobs that you could ever want. Like what is the motive? What is the motive? You're not even saying that you're the best female. You're going against Kilian Jornet. So why? So that makes me go like, I don't believe anything. None of it.
Yeah. Due to our history, mine, we'll say, I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news. I'm just out on pretty much all things newsy.
Because it's not news anymore. It's just opinion.
Yep. This article says one warning from Wikipedia administrators in January 2024 read, in quotes, using language like legendary, prestigious, and steely toughness is not the kind of neutral tone that is allowed in writing here. Wikipedia is a factual source of content, not a promotional platform for athletes.
So
maybe that was
they
the
must
motive?
have some algorithm that when an edit happens so many times from one account or certain words, like the YouTube has that, right? Like if trigger words that they'll flag. So then all of these things happen. They start looking into it. They trace it back to this one account. And they're like, the hell is
Yeah.
this?
Clearly we're going to have to just make some assumptions and some guesses here. The guess of motive and the guess of like, I am a big athlete in my sport and the sport isn't that big yet. So I have to like write my own page. I have to like make sure that history is accurate for myself because I'm laying down a legacy,
Yeah. Then go to your page and do that.
which she did. Says
Great.
over 300 contributions since 2017, with more than half being to her own page.
Sure.
I'm down.
Go change your page.
Yeah. Make changes, make a bunch of edits the last
Why are you
7
changing
years.
it? I can actually
Why are you changing Courtney's?
I can logically follow that. You want to pump yourself up as the best female runner.
Yeah.
But why are you going after Kilian? Do you think that there's any conversation that's ever going to happen where people are going to say like, yeah, she's better than Kilian?
Camille over Kilian.
Because
Yeah.
also I'm not going to do that with Courtney. But you're at least in the same category.
Yeah. Best of.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
I
I would really like to hear what she has to say about this. Like, no,
Oh my
they're
gosh.
twisting it. They're twisting it.
Let's call her up.
Hit her. Let's go. Don't hit her.
Jeez.
Hit her up.
You're really aggressive today.
I know.
Yeah. So
Hey, well,
it-
you know what? I'm a Swiftie, and I take
Yeah.
this shit seriously.
Screw her. I don't know, dude. Either it's really, really sad and disappointing. Actually, it is sad and disappointing if A, these articles are BS, and now they're defaming her, and she's crawling into a hole of oh my gosh.
She'd sue them, dude.
Yep. Or it's sad and disappointing that it actually happened. I don't think there's a way out that's not that result. This is sad for the sport, sad for her.
How does she find out? What is that moment?
She
just goes to log in to make
she
her
goes to
daily
Wikipedia.
Edit. You know what? Hang on a second before we go.
Yeah. Honey, did you say dinner was ready? 1 second.
I also beat that bitch. No, you can't swear. Like, and then it just didn't work. Like, how did she know? She gets a call and they're like, "You're out."
Is this Camilto? Yeah. Hi. What's going on? I just got done running. I just got done running.
Riding. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to hear her defense. Or
I don't know.
You know, it would make me like it more if she's just like, "Yeah, I did that. Sorry." That'd be funny.
Oh yeah. If she
Nobody
just came out and was
owns
like,
anything.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
me.
I did that. I wanted to look like the best, so I did that.
Like I knew my husband, he really wanted to spice things up. We liked legendary and prestigious. I knew we shouldn't have said steely toughness. I wanted to just say toughness, and he was like, "No, we got to throw in steely toughness."
I've never even heard that. That's a terrible phrase.
Wikipedia didn't like it either.
What if
Steely?
I'm pretty sure from everything I've gathered from like talking to people that know her and interviews and things that Courtney Dauwalter's pretty cool. She seems cool.
I've heard.
But let's say in this scenario that Camille was like, she was mean to me. So I'm out for her.
That's where I was going to go with this next. I was going to go with, you were saying, how does she find out?
Yeah.
And I was going back to the beginning to say, how does it start? And I think it starts with something like that. Like, no. Like just making a little edit of like, no, my time wasn't 27:12. It was 26:12. So I got to like update my time. I was faster than that. Or no, Courtney didn't whoop me in that race. She beat me.
Because who's just combing Wikipedia all the time? Why?
Heron and Holt. I guess that's her husband. Yeah, her husband, something Holt. They're combing it.
Okay. There's got to be financial or prestige. There's some motive to do something like that.
Well,
which makes me question, again, the whole article. Because, what does she have to gain from doing this?
So the article, I think
Then I would be like, who wrote this? I want to know. Why did you write this?
Was it I Run Far? Who was it that broke it? Someone broke it, and then I think everyone has latched on. But who broke the news is something, but a bunch of people have latched on to the original story.
But that's what happens.
But you can see how these
Mob
things start.
mentality. They just all pile on. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You heard something from somebody, and now all of a sudden,
Quick, share it to your story.
she's the worst ever, and she has to shut down her Instagram page.
Yeah.
So I can see that happening. I'm like, what? I read 2 paragraphs of some article. I don't like clip news. I saw a clip. I read a paragraph. I read a headline, and now I know everything there is to know. You don't know anything about this.
You got to read everything
They
in the
will
article.
make it however they want to make it.
Yeah.
So I just don't trust media
You turn on CNN and you turn on Fox.
because it
That's what you're
sounds
yeah.
logical. IP address, email address, 300 edits. That's weird. So then they get you. They're like, well, yeah, clearly the IP address. So she did this. Obviously.
That's how humans think. If you read an article that's like, he's been indicted by the federal government, you know what that means?
Yeah.
He's guilty. He had to have done something. I mean,
Well,
he
you
had to have done it. He did it.
He
had to have done it.
Okay, plead guilty or else we're going to give you 18 years.
The book.
Okay? If you plead guilty, you're going to get 5, you'll serve 2, 3, You're fine. If you don't, we're coming after you for everything, and you're missing weddings. You're going to miss your daughter's weddings. Okay, here we go. I've fought for 10 years. I'm over it. People that have never even heard of this random guy we're talking about,
Right.
they read an article and it says, man pleads guilty to Medicare fraud. Why would you plead guilty if you weren't guilty? That's so dumb. Like, they don't know anything
No
about
one
it.
pleads guilty unless they actually
You don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
The numbers are wrong. There's so much stuff that's wrong and missing. But when you read that article, you're like, whoa,
Ooh.
that's
Steep.
that guy's, yeah.
Yeah. So to your point, reading an article that
80s
Running Magazine Canada put out the first article, they did all the deep dive and they released it. For their sake, I hope they're right. But
87 runners lost and stranded. I'm like, 0 runners lost and stranded. 0.
Yeah.
Cold, needed a ride.
Search and rescue.
Talking about. So then it makes me question. And then all the COVID stuff and just all the whole last 4 years of our life. I'm just like, I don't know what to believe anymore. So I'm out.
I'm with you. I'll say it again. I don't read it. I don't watch it. I don't listen. I'm out on the
She
news.
didn't do this.
Camille, we're with you. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm
Camille over Swift.
Running Magazine Canada. Yeah, like I said, I think the only outcome is that's really sad and disheartening, either from the news article or from her.
Sure.
It's bad, dude. That's tough. That was tough to read last night and this morning.
It was hard for me to glance the article.
Skimming it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you couldn't really skim it. So I'm sure the ultra community is reading this and sharing it on all their stories and talking about it, which it is a big deal.
I think I agree with you. It's sad either way. I don't even know if I'd use sad because I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Disappointing. Let's
but-
go with that.
But at the same time, I don't care what she does, and like I don't know her,
Yeah.
so do your thing.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't make it open source Wikipedia. I don't know. Like I'm not like overly offended. I don't care. I don't go read Wikipedia.
Not overly offended.
But if like since we're talking about it, and it is interesting, since we're talking about it, I would say I would like to hear her explanation before I pass too much judgment.
I also would like to see all of the edits over the last 6 or 7 years. Are they all self-serving as this article portrays them to be? I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with less than 5% of the edits were self-serving, just some tiny percent. But most of the edits, I'm sure, were like she wanted to add color and flavor. I mean, some of the edits that she made were like, yeah, my dad played basketball at Oklahoma State, and my grandpa was in World War and got shot in both his legs. Like, great. Why can't she add those to her
So she
own
does
profile?
300 edits. 5 of them are not good, right? 5 of them. And then they put out an article and they say that she has done 300 edits, and then they only name those ones, and they just paint her out to be this monster that she has to run and hide from everybody.
Yeah, that's kind
Which
of,
she's probably really cool and doesn't deserve that.
and she can run fast and far, so that's not a problem
Yeah, that's true.
from everybody. Most, except for at least 2 people she can't run from.
Listen,
Courtney and Killian, ain't no way
news
she's
article
running
guy.
from them.
If you did this, or girl, I hope she comes after you. I'm serious.
My gut tells me that she made very few edits that they're accusing her of, but I bet she made them. But the vast, large majority of them were just building up her story and her profile to be a better story. Because if you're a figure, your story is why you get to go speak on stage. Your story allows you to like write books and go do this and go do that. And your podcast, like, you got to have a story. You can't just like go win races and top tens. If you have a story tied to that, oh, I grew up in this rough environment. Oh, my family or my dad, that's kind of what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
or just win. Like, I don't care what Courtney Dauwalter's story is.
Well,
I don't care that she was a former teacher.
she
At
runs
all.
ultras and is a former teacher. Next.
I care that she smokes the field as a fan.
Yeah.
It's not like,
But only one person
You know-
can do that.
so then she deletes all her stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
Only one person can be like Courtney. Everyone else has to have a David Goggins-like story. Goggins isn't like, he didn't crush the field all the time.
I would say this. This story is interesting, like I mentioned. If I was on the jury and I was going in there, I'd be like, okay, this is fun. I'm down. Let's hear this out.
Oh, I love it.
I do think that some of the accusations, I'm like, that's weird. Why would you do that? Mm-hmm. So it has my attention. But I would listen to her defense.
Oh, I would love it. I'm never going to be on a jury. Because I'm automatically.
You'd just be like, felon.
No.
Oh.
Other way. She's innocent.
Oh. Yeah.
Right? If I'm on the jury, nope. Here's the smoking gun.
It's so easy to get out of it if you want to. Did you know I got called for jury duty during COVID, and you can't go in, so it was all Zoom.
I don't think
something.
I'm eligible.
I just got off.
I don't think I'm eligible. Pretty sure I'm not eligible.
I used to think like all you have to do is say something crazy. You just say some.
Okay. Did you know that when I was in my first few months in Florence, Bree got asked to be on?
She's like, I hate judges and lawyers.
Yeah. She's like, you know where my husband is right now? And they're like, okay. Crossed her name off. It was done. Wraps. Yeah.
I'm just all, you know what? Do they have hair? I hate
I hate
anybody
them.
with hair. So if they do, then they're guilty.
Yep. Man, okay.
That was fun.
Yeah. We might have beat the camel.
I almost started to go down the path of blasting her. I almost started. If I re-listen to this,
Yeah.
and then I started thinking better of it, and I'm like, hang on a second.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm with you. I'm not really like, oh, she's the. No. I would like to see all of the information, and I'd like to hear from her.
I think that'd be great for you. I'm gonna move on with my life.
Yep. We're also going to move on with our podcast in today's episode, pre-racing the Bear 100. Perhaps
This is
our favorite 100 miler. Perhaps. At least in the U.S.
There's
It's
so much
right there.
There's so much that I love about this race. I didn't get it done. I have run 3/4 of it, but I have paced people. I have ran it, what I could, and I have crewed. And from all three perspectives, it's amazing.
And your wife got ran over by a cow.
Yes, she very much did.
Just
coming out of
bulldozed her.
Temple Fork. Is that 45? Yeah, bro. Big climb there. Blasted.
Was that the year I was running it? And you guys,
Yeah.
weren't pacing. You were
I was running it.
So
I
you
was
guys-
running it. You were running it.
Okay.
Sherry Shepard was running it. I was with her, and Jen was pacing.
Oh, that was the year I was pacing you.
Yeah, and you're like, peace.
See ya.
Yeah. And that was smart.
My bad.
Anyway, yeah, she got blasted by a cow. Her feet were above her head, dude.
The cows?
Yeah. She gets up. She's all bloody, just bruised. Me and that rancher, we almost went at it, and he would have whooped my ass.
Yeah.
300 pounds.
He would have lassoed you.
Yeah, he would have lassoed me and dragged me through
He'd
the
have
mountains.
Mick
Maybe I would
lassoed
have
you.
finished. So, but look, the course itself is amazing. For crewing, if you're not familiar with the crewing of it, it's pretty much one road. It's one road, and you drive for 5 to 10 minutes up the same road, aid station. Drive 5 minutes up, the next aid station. Like it's amazing
Yep.
for crewing.
Yep.
And we love the race directors. Like they're the coolest dudes.
Yep. This is their second year under Cody's control. I believe last year was the first year.
I don't remember that.
It's either his second or third year.
Okay.
Leland Barker.
I feel like it's the third,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong.
Leland Barker was the race director forever. I don't know if he created the race or not, but he's like the man forever at the Bear 100. And that was the first name that caught my eye.
On the entrance list?
Yes, dude. I thought it was so freaking cool. A, that Leland Barker is running it at 66 years old. And for those listening, if you don't know about Leland Barker, the dude is right up there with Carl Meltzer, or during that decade of ultra running, like kicking off. It was Leland and Carl all the time. There's, of course, some other names, but he was right there. He actually beat Carl once in the Wasatch 100. But Leland, I thought it was cool that he's in the race. Two, that Cody gave him bib number 1.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bro, Zach Garner is in it.
Yeah, but I like it.
I love it. So Zach, record holder, won it last year, set the course record at 17:0 and change. I want to say 07, but I can't remember. 17:11. He ran 17:11 last year. So clearly he's bib number 1. But no, respect.
Yeah, I like that.
Respect to our guy Leland.
Do you know that DC Peaks doesn't even do it that way?
We do this year.
Nope.
You're rude.
You
Why?
can.
Why don't we?
Well, I'll tell you why. You can select when you're assigning bibs to do it off of like your name, like alphabetical order, when you signed up, or you can do ranking. Right?
Okay.
Our first year, we retired the bibs. Bib 1 through 111 are retired. They're done. So every year we start it at 112. We keep 111 for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So the bibs start at 112. So nobody's getting bib 1. So it takes away I'm like, who cares then? You're not giving somebody bib 1, so just do it alphabetical.
Are we going to do bib 1 for the 55K or the 25K?
No.
They'll just go after the 200.
Yeah, I already did it. It's assigned today. So,
Oh.
I mean,
Because Killian Korth would have got the number 1 bib.
yeah. Yeah.
But he's
And
getting
last year, Adam Loomis would have, but they're retired.
No, Adam would not have gotten. Oh, no. Adam,
Do you not just do it based off of ranking?
I mean, I guess you do it off of ranking, but I'm just saying you would do it off of who won last year, Because, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
If you win it last year, you get the number 1 bib.
then that has to just be an algorithm that
And the female-
Ultra Sign Up has, because when you go on there and you select ranking,
Yeah.
and it just does it.
Yeah.
I don't go in and put. I mean, you could go change it if you wanted to.
But that's what these guys.
Obviously, yeah, Leland.
Wait, hold on.
Ultra Sign Up wouldn't have put him as number 1 bib if you
Hold
do.
on, bro. We could be totally wrong after that whole discussion.
What do you mean?
Is that their bib number or just when they signed up for the race?
You can do that. That's what
No,
I'm
I'm saying when you look at Ultra Sign Up right now, see where it has Leland Barker number 1?
Yes.
Is that just because?
I don't know. What I'm saying is that when Cody went in to assign bibs, which is very funny because I just did this a half hour ago.
Yeah.
When you go in to assign bibs, it asks you, do you want to do it based off of when they signed up, alphabetical order, or their ranking?
Well, I'm going to say that he didn't do either of those.
So then he just went in and, I don't know, he didn't go in and
If
assign all of them.
this is their bib number, we're assuming the green number is their bib
They are.
number. Okay, Leland is number 1, then Zach Garner is 10, and Chepe is 11. Eli White is 341. Those are all runners in the 90th percentile. So I don't know what
So
format
then
he
it
used.
could have been when they signed up.
Nope, because Jose got off the wait list like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I don't know.
Now what, race director?
I
Now
don't
what?
know.
What answer do you have for
Maybe
me?
Bear gets extra options for assigning bibs.
Maybe Camille Herron went in and edited this. I don't know. It could have been something totally different, and then she went in to edit. I don't like this. She changed it.
It's not funny. I
Where'd
don't know.
my notes go?
I don't know.
I had
Too
this.
much time on bibs.
Where'd my notes go? Someone edit. Who changed these?
And if you want all the information on bib assignments, you find us at the next aid station.
We'll break it down and be totally wrong anyway. We're definitely wrong, but that was good speculation on our part. Anyway, Leland Barker. Bro, I went in. So we were talking about last episode, Chepe going 4 straight podiums at Wasatch. While I was doing my research, I was looking at Leland and Carl and how many times those dudes were like podium and top 10, top 5 at Bear and Wasatch. Mm-hmm. I didn't get through all the research, but at least 2 years in a row, 2005 and 2006, Carl Meltzer won the Wasatch 100 and the Bear 100 just a few weeks later.
How many times?
At least 2 years in a row, he won them both.
Wow.
Carl won Hard Rock 5 times, Wasatch 6 times, and the Bear 100 3 times. 2 out of those 3 Bear wins were on the heels of winning Wasatch.
Oh, man.
So to that,
are you sure you want to put Leland in that same conversation?
he's in that era.
Okay, era.
He's in the era. So if Carl Meltzer is Bill Russell, just winning rings left and right, just creating a new sport essentially, then Leland's like right there.
Okay.
He's Bob Cousy.
You are, yeah.
He ain't Will, but he's Bob freaking Cousy.
Okay.
So he's on the best of all time. Leland has a lot of Wasatches between. He took third to 7th in a lot of Bear 100s.
He's fast. He has a sub 20-hour Bear 100 finish. So that's amazing. I'm not trying to take away from him. I'm just saying, you're talking about Carl Meltzer. So watch your words, sir.
Watch it. Well, bro, Leland, when I was looking at it, I'm going to try and find it real quick because I was quite impressed with his, I want to say he podiumed. He podiumed. One year it was Carl. Hold on, I'm just going to pull it up because it was pretty freaking cool. The Wasatch, 2008 or 2007. Let's see if I have it. Okay, it must have been 2007. 2007, 2006, I don't know. Anyway, Carl takes first. Jared Campbell takes second or third.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Jared Campbell second. Leland third. David Goggins fourth.
Yeah.
So, and Leland was 51 or 52. So Leland was doing Jeff Browning things almost 20 years ago without all the like medicine and science, the technology we have today. Leland was doing that stuff in his early 50s. You're in that crowd. You're in the mix of Jared Campbell, who's won Hard Rock, who's done the only guy to do the Barkley 5 times, and Carl, who is the GOAT, and David Goggins, who's David Goggins, and Leland just slips right in there at second. So it was Carl first, Leland second, Jared Campbell third, David Goggins fourth. The 2007 Bear. 2007 Bear, I believe.
Scott Griffith. Look at that finish for him.
Yeah.
That's DCP's guy.
To be noted, and why I related Carl to my boy, Bill Russell. That year, they only had 62 finishers. To be noted, Carl
Look
still
at his
ran.
time.
He ran an 1850.
Yeah.
That's fast, but that ain't getting much this year.
That's gonna win you. How many times does that win, Bear? Tons. Not with Zach Garner in it, but
In the last 10 years, not very many, but it's fine. That's great. The sport is where it is.
that's
Bill Russell also isn't winning rings now, so it's fine.
look, all the top times.
Yep.
Zach did it in 17:11. What in the hell?
Yeah. So part of the research that I did was Chepe is coming off of 4 straight podiums. He just ran a 2:42 Big Cottonwood Marathon a week ago. Is it just Zach and Chepe and everybody else? Is Chepe, does he ever get
I
tired?
always wonder that.
Yeah.
That's all he does. So I feel like he can recover. He has 3 weeks.
I think Zach recently got married. I could be wrong. But
Wasn't Zach injured at UTMB?
yeah, hamstring.
So what does that look like?
I don't think he goes sub 17. I don't think he goes for the course record again. He was hurt at CCC.
Yeah, you get it.
But that dude's a boss because he finished, and we had a whole conversation about that.
Yeah,
but he
love
finished.
that. So I mean, who knows how that Hammy's doing. Yeah, Zach and Chepe. I mean, look, I don't have a clue. Is this Chepe's first time doing Bear?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. He trained up there doing back-to-back 50K runs with Eli White.
I'm for sure picking him. I mean, you got to – I don't know if he's going to be ready. But I'm rolling with him. I'm not going to pick against him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't ever recover all year long.
He's always under active recovery.
He was running down Big Cottonwood Canyon and broke his foot years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You think that dude stopped for more than 15 minutes? He hopped down Big Cottonwood the next week.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So we got Zach Garner,
Yep.
Jose Cruz, and then who is going to snag that third spot? We got a number of dudes to talk about.
I don't know.
We talked about Leland,
Yeah.
but it ain't going to be him.
No.
Luke Metzger, I like him a lot. This is not his strength.
He's more.
He's a climber.
Are you sure about that? I mean, he won Antelope.
Yeah, but competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
He's a climber,
take
bro.
the competition out. Look at his winning time.
Yeah.
I don't think his winning time at Antelope is that great.
Yeah, 1824.
I would take it, but
Yeah.
Carl did it in like 14 hours.
Yeah, these guys are winning in 14, 15 hours.
So we got a text message, you and I did.
We did?
Yeah.
From?
Saying, watch out for Eli White.
Oh, we did.
His training was on point.
Agreed. I like him
He's strong.
a lot.
He
He got hurt in Wasatch a few years ago. Not hurt, but it hurt him as in, like, I'm pretty sure the 2021 Wasatch was his first 100. Has he raced in 100 since then? Or just 2 years ago? I thought he'd raced Wasatch last year in
we'll find out
2023.
here. So, we'll talk about Eli, Ian Ferris.
GOAT status. Local GOAT status, for sure. Does
I
he
like
still
that.
rock?
I like that dude.
Does he still rock the huge beard and hair?
I just saw him at Wasatch, but I didn't pay attention to see what his hair was like. I told you I don't like people with hair.
Yeah, he's a dick. I don't like him.
Yeah, that dude's
Yeah,
cool.
big old beard and hair. Yeah, no, Ian is a stud. So.
I'm like, he has he can do Bear in 21:57. Bro, I don't think Ian Ferris is beating Kyle Markovic.
I would agree. I'm going to agree. Well, let's see. He ran 2 years ago. Ian Ferris ran a 21:57.
Oh, I think
Bear.
I think he can. I shouldn't say that. I don't think he's going
And
to.
that same year, Ian beat him.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
looking
Bro, he
at
beat him by an hour.
I'm looking at Wasatch 23 and a half hours for Kyle last couple weeks ago. What did Ian do it in? I'm saying right now.
Ian did it in 28:09.
Right now is what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
Kyle beat
Ian
him.
doesn't have an amazing
Kyle beat him by 4 hours.
resume. I'm saying Kyle is strong right now.
And he beat
bro.
Ian by 4 hours. So, yeah, you are not. It just depends if one of them. I know that Kyle was going for it. He was holding nothing back. Sometimes you see people doing the double, the Wasatch Bear double, and they'll take one of them way easier than the other, making it their A race. The question would be,
Did
Ian just
Ian do that?
was Ian just going out there having fun, rolling at a 28 hour? On that time, I would say he was just having fun.
He seems like the type of guy that doesn't care.
3 years
I'm
ago,
going out. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go have fun. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
he
win
seems
anything.
like that.
Yeah,
He's not. Ian Ferris is not going onto Wikipedia and editing that shit.
no, he's not. Neither is his wife or his husband. What? Yeah, there's no, for sure not. He doesn't care, and that's most of these people, right?
Yeah,
99% of them don't.
for sure. Kyle's not.
Yeah.
Kyle's not even on Strava. At
That's
least it's
interesting.
yeah. At least it's not public.
And of course, like with Wasatch, there's dudes we don't know very well and times that we're unfamiliar with.
Okay, well, but so those are the people we're mentioning. Who are we picking? Take a stance, sir.
I got let me pull my notes up here. A couple local guys. Dan Gardner. Scott French.
Oh, Scott French is fast.
He is fast, bro.
Who's the guy? Who's the race director from Idaho? His name's slipping me.
We were just talking about him. I don't know, but
He's good too.
Michael Brahman is on our watch list.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I like Michael Brahman a lot.
Oh, that's a good call.
Dan Gardner a lot. Locals, like Scott French or even Kimball Potter, very, very fast.
I was thinking of Luke Nelson.
Oh, yeah. Fast.
Yeah.
These are all top 10
Yeah.
names we're throwing out there. So, Brahman, Eli, I probably have to narrow it down to those two
You right now.
for me.
Right now, if you say you give me Kyle Markozich and you take Eli, I'm rolling Kyle.
I know you are, because you like Kyle. I like Kyle too.
I like his times.
You like him as a human.
I don't dislike the other guys
Why
do
do you
like-
hate Michael Brahman? What do he ever do to you?
because his name's not Kyle Markozich.
He has the first name as you?
No, my name's Mick. How dare you put that out there?
True.
Okay, let me see this guy.
Michael Brahman.
27-hour hurt. That's nice. He did a 24-hour bear 100. Yeah,
I'll tell you why I like Michael Brahman.
I like him too, but
This is why I like him over Kyle.
okay.
No offense. Love Kyle, and his entire family signs up for DC Peaks. So I like him and for all of that.
Does Michael's dad do our HVAC?
Nope. Therefore, he's out. Michael, I like him in this head-to-head bout if we're taking these two in a fight. I like him because he didn't run Wasatch.
Yep.
And he top 10 White Pine 50, which is a good chunk of the Bear 100 course.
Okay.
So that's why he took 7th in the White Pine 50. I have no idea how much of the White Pine 50 is on the Bear 100 course. I believe it's significant miles.
Well,
So I like him for that reason.
and after all that, we're both picking Ian Ferris.
What about Dan Gardner? Dan Gardner. There's an I in there. I think you have to say it Gardner.
Not Zachary
Gardner. Right.
Gardner.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
He's sub 24
Yeah.
Wasatch.
He probably has races not on here that he has done in the last 2
He's
years.
fast.
Yeah. Those are most
He's
of
done.
his.
He has a lot of hundreds.
But look at him. They're 2018,
sub
19,
7
20.
speed goat.
These are a long time ago, though.
Yeah, that guy was smoked me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb then. And I'm going to take Eli White. I'm going to go Eli White, Jose Cruz, Zach Gardner.
Okay.
That is my podium. And I have to take Zach Gardner to win it until someone beats him.
Zach Gardner will win this race unless
Hamstring.
he gets hurt.
Okay.
Or like Jake Krong misses a turn. Oh. But he's done this race, so I don't think that's going to happen. Chepe to take second.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Okay. And your third place?
I haven't seen Kyle podium.
I know.
So it's like, does that mean he can't?
Certainly not.
He's like going to be top 10 guy.
Yep.
Top 10 guy.
Always.
But I don't have anybody that I think will for sure just like be third place. This is so easy. Like I feel like Zach and Chepe are just, it's so easy for me to pick that. I could be wrong still, but it's very easy for me sitting here now to pick those two. I don't have that same confidence with third place. So
I think we're going to see what we saw at Wasatch, which was like a dog fight, 3rd through 6th.
And I don't know if Kyle, I don't know. He just did Wasatch in like you said 3 weeks ago. But I'm going to pick Kyle Markovich to get it done. To get the podium. Take third place.
I'm cheering for him.
I love that dude, but it's still not an easy pick for me.
Yep. Okay.
Cuz this is no joke. This is freaking
Bear.
Bear 100, man.
It's the Bear 100, man. Okay. Women's. We have 90 women in the field. It's a pretty big field, actually. I was very happy with that. Usually I hop on, it's like 65,
I love that.
75.
I love that.
90. That's solid, dude.
Women make it more fun.
Yep, I'm in.
This one was harder for me,
Much harder.
even though that one was hard. All three are hard on this one, on the women's.
Okay. Who do we like? Who do we like there, Steven?
I'll tell you somebody, bro.
Okay. Oh, yo, girl. Right up top.
Andrea McAfee.
Yeah.
I picked her to podium at Wasatch,
Yes, you did.
and she did.
Yes, she did.
Okay, she's on my watch list. Allison Stratton.
Bro, we picked her 2 years ago.
And then we left her off last time because we knew she was going to get Rabdo.
We picked her last year to win.
No, we didn't. We left her off, and she called us out.
Oh, yeah. She did.
We knew what was going to happen,
Allison, we're looking at you.
I saw her up there multiple times, and she finished.
Yeah, she won it in 2022, and then we both left her off our podium
I know.
last year.
And then she's like, hello. Yes.
We're like, you're
going to have
your
kidney
kidneys
problems.
look rough.
We know things.
Yeah.
So she finished that race. I don't know if you people fully understand the toughness that she showed finishing that race. I don't care what her time was.
You can die from
Yes,
that.
bro.
So
yes.
is that, yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
She didn't care about her ultra sign-up score or her UTMB index score,
No.
did she?
No, that's true. Yeah. She got a 32-hour finish, but I don't even care.
Yep.
She finished.
Yep.
I watch for her. I will probably pick her to win it.
I don't even know how I would argue against that.
She's
honestly. What has she done this year race-wise? She's just been
I don't
taking
know.
it easy.
Has she ever run a race before, Bear? No, I don't think so.
El Vaquero Loco.
She just comes in and just crushes it.
Yep.
Goes back to what I was talking to you about on the live stream. There are certain people that are born with a natural talent. They can utilize oxygen or something in a way that others cannot. She has this.
That would be her. Yeah.
I'm sure that she still trains because you have to be able to win something like this.
Yep.
But in addition to her training, she has a natural talent. And watch out for her, dude.
I agree with you. I believe she gets it done. We're going to review the rest of the runners, but I have a hard time picking against her this year.
Yeah. There's some there's some good ones. Kareth Arnold. She won the Ute 50.
To be noted, sir, the fastest times 2016, 2018, 2014, those were like just under sub 21s. So 2059, 2045, 2027
For what?
for women. For this race. Yeah. And
What did you say?
the fastest female times in the Bear 100. The
Or
record
21 hours?
the course record is 20 hours and 27 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey Lichting. That's
So
why.
Leah Yingling, who most people around here know, holds the 8th fastest time at 22:22. What I was going to
Anna
say,
Frost.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
is the fastest times have not been 3 of the fastest 10 times have been in the last 4 years. So the course, I don't know if course changed.
We know the course changed a little. I don't know if
Course
it was,
always changes a little bit, but
but we don't look at those names.
right.
That's
Darcy Pichu,
yeah, freaking
Leah Yingling. Yeah, I'm telling you, these times are fast. 2 years ago when she won it, Allison Stratton, she ran in like 23 something.
yeah. I think that wins it this year.
Because she's going to win.
Because we don't have those top level pros.
I see. You don't have Leah or Darcy.
If Leah Yingling was in
or
this
Casey
race, I would
Lichting.
not be picking
Bro,
Allison.
Casey Lichtig,
Yeah, I would.
she holds the course record.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's crazy fast.
So it just depends on the year.
Yes.
If
I would say that has something to do with the reason Cody and the Bear group decided to on the Bear tag. They're not getting the fastest runners every year because their race sells out in 2 minutes. So I'm saying?
yeah, well, he straight up said
Yeah.
it was to get faster runners.
So this might be, said it here first on the next day station, this might be the last year that a female runner wins it and runs over a 22-hour Bear 100. I think after this year, you want to win the Bear female, you got to go sub 21 after this year.
Don't say ever because they're going to get hit with weather or something. But
I know.
So,
yeah.
but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, okay, but we're talking about the top runners that have ever run this in the history of
yep,
the event.
25 years-ish.
And they're not here. So,
yeah.
that's now you're looking at Kareth Arnold and she has an 1853 Western. I know that's not the climbing, but it's not that far off.
It's a very similar
That's fast,
profile, I would say.
you know.
Yeah, I would like, yeah. 4th place at the Canyons 100K. If you take 4th place at the Canyons 100K, that's a big freaking deal because that is a golden ticket.
So
Event.
they're showing up.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I like her. I'm
She
serious.
ran the 100K in 10:38.
She's going to be trouble.
Yeah. I better check my messages, make sure I don't have any DMs from Bill Hyatt. He typically DMs me right about now when he knows we're going on air.
who is also in this race.
Yes.
Hello.
Are we over or under
He is
30 hours?
He is going to get it done and win it.
Let's go. Jorts to the finish.
Is he sleeping in the parking lot up there in his car?
Why wouldn't he? He's driving from freaking Provo or something.
He'll just hitchhike up there. Sleep in the back of a truck, slam on those jorts, and go get it done. And he will get it done.
Of course he will get it done.
Okay.
I like Gareth Arnold.
I do
lot.
too. I do too. I when you talk about Andrea McAfee, it's the same thing. I'm like, how do these people? How are they ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
She's fast enough to. She just podiumed Wasatch. She's fast enough to do this.
Yep.
You look at Lainey Markozich, Kyle's wife. She just podiumed at Snow Peaks.
And Wasatch a couple
She's
years ago.
podiumed Wasatch.
Wasatch fourth. Lane. Okay. That's cool. Lauren. Morin.
Yeah, I saw her at Bear.
We picked her to podium White Pine, and she did.
Yeah, she did a nice 11:43 DC Peaks.
Who's this Cody?
She was hurt too. Huh?
Who's this Cody Muthig? I don't know her.
Well, she's got a 7:41 speed goat. That's interesting.
That's fast, dude.
Yeah. 10-hour Snow Peaks.
Also faster than me. Both those times are faster.
Scout
Hey!
Mountain. I wonder
Kodiak
if
100K.
she podiumed Scout Mountain. Is that the one where you catch a fish?
Yeah.
Maybe she caught a fish.
And took third.
Whoa, watch out.
Fast fish catcher.
She's fast.
Yeah. Very speedy. I'll also say I don't see a 100-miler on her resume.
Bro, Catherine Graham won Bear. She's back.
In an hour faster-ish. Hour-ish faster.
So
even if Allison doesn't get Rhabdo last year, does she beat Catherine?
I don't know. Now Catherine's.
I'm going to say no.
Well, so I'm like, oh my gosh. Right now I'm leaning towards Allison, Kareth, and Catherine.
Yeah.
I think Andrea is going to be a problem too.
She's going to be a problem, but of those runners you just mentioned, who did Wasatch besides Andrea?
Yeah, I don't know. That
she's going to fill that right around mile 62.
She's going to fill it, but that might also happen to Kyle. Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Jen's pacing Lainey for 25 miles.
Oh. Did she have her cow spray?
Like, she's like, I hope she doesn't drop me. I'm like, I could pace Jake. You just can't do that for 100 miles. Yeah. They'll drop you.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine. Jen will be fine. Where is she pacing her? Do you know? Which
She's
25?
picking her up at Right Hand Fork and going to one of the other ones.
25 miles later.
I can't remember the name of it.
Okay. Well, let's narrow this down then. I really like. I'm not a fan, unless your name's Jose Cruz. I'm not a fan of the back-to-back Wasatch Bear podium.
You mean unless your name's Carl Meltzer?
A different era.
You're talking about for this year.
I'm talking about in an era where there's just way more fast athletes.
Yeah.
In 1962, the Celtics were winning the title. It didn't matter.
Yeah. It's.
I probably just picked a year the Celtics didn't win it, but I just threw that out there. So what I'm saying is, I think it made sense back then. Carl was way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time. Today, that's really, really hard to do unless that's all you do is run. And your name is Chepe, and you don't need to recover.
Well, it just depends on who's signing up. If Zach Garner wanted to do it, he would do it, bro.
There's also that.
Now people are just wanting to hit different races.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get stones for UTMB.
There's you got to qualify for other races. You got sponsor obligations.
I don't even know
all
when
this
that
stuff.
when that came to be. I don't know when stones for UTMB came into play.
I would say after Carl's peak. So, okay, let's narrow this down.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
you know how bad I would love to see Laney and Kyle both do the couple podium.
we've tried that this year.
Yeah, they're right there. They might not quite have the speed to podium, but you're going to see a top 10.
They're both going top 10.
You're going to see top 10 both of them.
Yeah. I like them both in the 5 to 8 range.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen historically, but picking with my heart a little bit. So if we narrow it down, I'm not picking against Allison.
Okay.
I think it's dangerous to pick against Andrea. I will note that. I'm picking Catherine. Catherine Graham. Allison Stratton. What do you think, bro?
And Kareth.
You like Kareth over Cody?
I do. Yes. That 1853 Western has my attention. And it's Cody's first 100.
Every time we have somebody that runs a really fast 100K, 50 miler, we like them and they usually perform.
If you look at Kareth, she intentionally ran 50 miles at the Ute last month in preparation for this race. So she's trained and fresh, as they would say. So I like her. But that would be my podium.
1853 Western is wild.
4 spots off top 10. Top 10, you're coming back. They bring you back. She was only 4 spots away from getting that F10 bib, dude. And Leah Yingling is usually like 9th or 10th in that race. Yeah, Kareth
I don't
is
want
something.
to pick against Andrea, though.
Okay, then you better take her.
Well, how much faster is Bear than Wasatch? 2 hours?
No, more.
3 hours?
Yep.
3
For
hours.
the men, I would say 3. For the women, I would say 3 to 4.
All right.
Run it. Who
Okay.
you got?
I'm going to do it, bro. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I am very concerned for Catherine. Or not for Catherine. If I'm picking Allison, I'm very concerned about Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I am going Allison Stratton to win it. Catherine to take second. Andrea McAfee to take third.
Could we get that back up there? Okay. I'm going to take Kareth Arnold to win it.
Okay, dude.
Yep. I'm taking Kareth Arnold to win it.
Because of that Western.
Yes. And Canyons 100K. Are you for real?
I know. And
100K
I didn't even pick her.
in 10 and a half hours. 100K in 10 and a half hours.
Yeah.
Just process that for a split second.
I know.
It's faster than both my Snowy Peaks 50 milers. So I'm taking Kareth Arnold to win it, Catherine Graham to take second, Allison Stratton to take third.
Okay.
Win, play, show.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we have very different podiums.
I know. And I'm sweating.
I'm already sweating. Okay, what else we got for this week? There's our bear. We only have 2 more episodes this season because next week is DC Peaks week. After that is Jake Kodiak 100 race week, and then maybe we'll do a follow up. We got 2 or 3 episodes, and then we're gonna shut it down like a big league pitcher. Shut them down.
Big week's coming up.
Yeah,
We got some DC Peak stuff to do.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so that has been the Bear 100 recap. Camille Herron, we want to hear from you. We want the full story. We want it all. We are casting no judgment and no opinion although disappointing one way or another this story will end. So this has been the Next Aid Station. Next time, like, subscribe, hit us on YouTube, give us a quick little follow. Thank you to DC Peaks. Thank you to Rockstar. Thank you, Mick. This has been another episode of the Next Aid Station.
Chief!